This video is sponsored by Priint.
Hey there, creative design friends, Khara Plicanic here, and you know what is trickier than you would think in Illustrator? Making a dotted line. It's simple, but far from obvious. Let's take a look. So here we have a square, and it's got a black stroke. So to edit that stroke, we want to open our strokes panel. So if you don't already have it, you can grab it from the window menu by choosing stroke. And to make it dotted, we want to start by making it dashed. So we're going to enable this option here. Nothing's happening so far because we need to specify the size of the dash as well as the size of the gap. So what's kind of funny is to make a dotted line, we need the dash to be set to 0. And we need the gap to be whatever we want it to be. I'm just going to start with 10. And now if we look at this, it looks anything but dotted, right? It's these funny little tick marks, which maybe that is useful for some applications. But in this case, we want a dot. So how do we get a dot? We need to come over here and choose the round cap. And there we have it. So we can increase the size of the gap, obviously, by messing around with this number here. And then, of course, we can change the size of our dot by changing the weight of our stroke. Pretty simple. One other thing I'll call your attention to in the stroke box here are these two options here. So this first option is going to preserve your exact specifications. And that sounds good, but depending on your shape, especially if you're working on something like this with corners, you can see that the dots are maintaining these settings, but kind of to the detriment of the shape itself. So you can see that this dot is kind of rounding down. And if we look over here, we get this little collision happening between the dots. So that's one option if you need that sort of very precise settings. The other option is this setting here, which is basically going to just make things look better. So it figures out all the math so you don't have to. And then it puts your dots perfectly in the corners and adjusts everything accordingly. So it may not give you these exact settings, but it's going to give you a better result in most cases. And that's how you make a dotted line in Illustrator.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. And for thousands more how-to articles and tutorials, visit our website, creativepro.com, and become a member today. Thanks for learning with us.